The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Mabuhay and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. This is King Gonzalez streaming live from Quezon City, and you guys are watching the third episode of the third season of Realty Realities. Hi there, good afternoon. Ah, nag-message po yung misis ko, medyo na-distract ako dahil ayaw niya daw yung hair ko. So I was trying to fix it a little bit, but not to spoil your good afternoon, no? And not to spoil mine as well. It's a good Saturday hot afternoon. Ramdam nyo ba na kumakatok na yung summer na yan? Yes? Yes, I feel it, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to be ready for summer. Well, trying, no? Trying is the operative word. And trying to work on my fitness plans. I hope you are also because we pray that all of us can go outside already, although with face masks on, to go to the beaches, to go to Tagaytay, to go to Baguio, to go to the many different places that the Philippines has to offer in terms of domestic tourism, diba? So that we can keep the economy alive and keep ourselves sane and our families happy because traveling around the Philippines is so much fun. All right? Oops, hindi pala travel show to. This is Realty Realities you guys are watching. Anything under the sun, that's what we talk about. The first episode we talked about ano pa talaga ang proper property selling here in the Philippines, right? And then last episode we spoke to Jojo Salas and he gave us a mouthful of research work on the property outlook here in the Philippines as well as the whole world. So maraming salamat again to Jojo Salas. We would like to thank, of course, our new sponsor. That's Robinson's Land Corporation, specifically yung Robinson's offices. They provide beautiful offices that's very convenient to those who are looking for offices, either in the CBDs, in Metro Manila, meron din sa Cebu. I think they also have one in Davao. But we'll invite them over for an episode to talk about the wonderful office options that Robinson's Land has to offer everybody. So, yun. What are we talking about this afternoon? Um, Alam nyo, ano when I get my content, it has to come from experiences that I have and also the continuing learning education that I get from watching YouTube, from attending the different seminars that our Quezon North Realtors Board offers, as well as the other seminars that PAREB offers. So isa sa mga content na that crosses my Facebook, no, my Facebook pages is this person, this person who has slowly been educating mga realtors like us, pati na rin yung mga typical or normal buyers and sellers about different matters in real estate. At I'm so happy because he is one of my katuwangs in terms of educating people as to ano ba ang good buys, diba? What are good investment opportunities out there? But before that, ano muna tayo? We would also like to greet people who are watching, especially my pamangkin who's celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Coco! So, Coco, Dominic Gonzalez is my nephew who's based in LA. So hello also to your sisters Denise and Patricia. So thanks for watching and supporting your tito. Aside from that, we'd also like again to thank another sponsor of ours. That's www.spaceformybiz.com, who's our media partner, and it allows us, or they allow us, to post our no, when I say our, that's King Kong Realty, my company, our listings on their platform for free. And it's not just for King Kong Realty. If you're also a real estate broker or an agent, you can log on now, no? Wag muna ngayon. Panoorin niyo muna ako. Write down on your phone or on your notebook www.spaceformybiz.com, and you can post your listings for free. And also, if you want to look for your requirements also, you can just easily go there. And pretty organized when it comes to cities, to your budget, to the specific category of the property that you're looking for. All right? Okay. Speaking of mga shoutouts, no, dun sa mga gusto magpabate, just post on the comment section that you see on your Facebook, or if you're watching us from YouTube, you can just put your shoutouts on the comment section, and we'll say hi, hello to you. If you have any questions, especially to our guest, konti na lang, introduce ko na. To our guest, please post it on the comment section below, and we will answer it before the end of the show. Yan. So, sino ba? Sino ba yung guest natin? Well, first, the topic. When we build our content, like what I said earlier, we watch also what's out there. Ano ba yung mga natatanong ng mga tao? And one of those things is the exodus to the suburbs, o yung paglipat ng people who live in Metro Manila to the suburbs, no? Outside of Metro Manila. And I'm excited because I'm a stranger when it comes to suburbs. No, I've not lived in the suburb, and neither have I. There was an exodus of people who had to move out of Manila to Santa Rosa to stay there because they need to be closer to their work in the industrial parks. Yan ang pag-uusapan natin. And who best to talk about the exodus to the suburbs but the person who coined the term exodus to the suburbs? He's also the CEO and president of At Home Realty. He is also the YouTube sensation. Para sa akin, sensation na yun not so many people are into real estate YouTube. YouTube sensation as Realtor Mike of New Valley, meron ka duktong of New Valley. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Michael Abesamis Tan. Pasok.
Yan. Oh, hello. Hello, King. Kamusta?
Ayun, sir. Realtor Mike, kamusta
Oh,
ang Saturday afternoon mo?
very good. But before anything else, I'd like to thank you for for having me in in your show, no. So good afternoon to everybody who's watching. Good morning and good evening because I heard international to diba? Because we're on the internet Yan.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So hello to everybody. Thank you for having
Well,
me, King.
Mike, thank you also. Thank you for also for gracing our show for this afternoon. Like what I said earlier,
Mm.
talagang it helps that you put out content in the internet. Dahil alam mo, sinabi ko na sa pare to eh. Baka di naman siguro sila nakikinig pero we really need to educate, 'di ba? We really need to educate mga Filipinos about real estate, about proper selling, 'di ba? And pati na rin yung mga what opportunities are there sa
Mhm.
Manila and outside of Manila.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
salamat ulit. The usual question, pare. What got you started? What got you started in real estate?
Yes, King. Oh, well, I was in business before, no? But I took my license in 1995, matagal na. So I was encouraged by by an uncle to take the test in detail. So luckily I passed, but I did not use I did not use the
License.
license yet. I was into business. We were into franchising, and when things weren't really good at the year 2005, I was
Mm-hmm.
in a small village of Ayala in Quezon City, no,
Mm-hmm.
Ferndale home siya. So no one was servicing it. So
Yeah.
with my license intact, sabi ko, why don't I use this license to help people buy into Ferndale and sell also properties in Ferndale. So that was my little kingdom. So from there on, nag-start ako. It was my real estate practice was part-time then full-time yung business until nag-opposite siya. Naging part-time na yung business ko, naging full-time na ako sa
Yeah.
real estate.
Yeah.
And then I got accredited with the different different developers. And the rest is
Yeah.
history. Yun. So yun ang
Oh,
start ko from real estate.
nice, nice. Kasi dun sa circle natin dito sa Quezon City, no, most of us really started having our own businesses. And then
Mm.
from there, kumuha ng broker's license. Tapos, sa'yo, wow, that was 10 years. 10 years in the making. Diba?
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
For myself, it was also similar wherein I mentioned to you, I got it 2012. I started commercial leasing, but I only started selling after 6 years in
Mhm.
2018.
Wow, 6 years. Ganun din. Matagal din.
Oo,
It took some
oo.
time din.
Yeah,
Mhm.
ayos. And the rest, sa'yo, the rest is history. Sana sa akin din, the rest is history. Unless maging realities na talaga yung focus ko, di ba? As a show
Mhm.
host. I don't mind. Really. So yun, Mike,
Could be. Affiliate naman yan eh. You can also sell while doing this wonderful show of yours eh.
true. Thank you. Mike, anong naging Okay, Ferndale, 2005. And what was your specialization? Anong categories? Purely residential properties ka?
Well, I really hyper-focused at that time into residential real estate, especially yung talaga, where I am, where I was living in. So hyper-focused talaga because I had my businesses then and I was living there. So it was an easy thing for me to show properties because andun lang ako sa bahay. I mean, madali lang to show
Na, na,
people
naka,
around.
naka-shorts ka lang ba magpakita ng
Minsan, no,
Naka-shorts
earlier
at
years,
tsinelas?
hindi naman chinelas. So, siyempre, you have to project a certain ano, no. But yung ano, yung Sunday, may magdo-doorbell. I mean, may mag-ano sa gate, then the guards would say, there's someone looking for a property. O di, ano na, konting bis lang. Then I go out and I service them. Although now, I pre-qualify better than before. Pero it was an inside advantage, insider's advantage when you're in that property.
Oh
Yun.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, because it's an easier sell because you can cite to them your personal experience of staying in, di ba, nung Ferndale. Ayos.
correct. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, and nowadays, what do you focus on?
Well, yung formula na yun, no, in 2015, I decided to transfer to New Valley, no, to the south. I made my own exodus, yan. Because at 2012, 2013, I was selling in New Valley, even if I wasn't present rather.
And you were based
Nagbenta
in
siya
Quezon
mag-isa.
City, selling New
Yes.
Valley?
Yes, I was
Ah.
accredited with Ayalan Premier, Alveo, and Avida, no. Tapos bumibili ang tao, just through the ads of Ayala, not my own. I was just accredited, mga kaibigan ko at mga kakilala and other clients. So I said, "Oy, this area has potential." So I took my show, my strategy. I uprooted myself in 2015, made that exodus to New Valley. Yun ang ginagawa ko ngayon dito sa area. I live here and then I specialize in the area and really hyper focus in this area.
Yeah.
Yun.
I don't want to start with your slides yet because you got me curious. You got me curious, Mike. Okay. When was this?
2015 ako nag-transfer, but it was formulated 2012, 2013. So it took some time.
Was driven because of your work, right? Because
Correct.
you wanted to hyper focus on Nuvali.
Yes.
Ang question kasi, malamang yung magiging question ng mga tao din, di ba? Sige Mike, okay yung Exodus, pero paano yung mga anak ko? Kasi nag-aaral sila dito, di ba? Halimbawa, Quezon City, nag-aaral sila sa Ateneo, ni Miriam. How did that work out?
Well, I had that idea 2012, no? So I was formulating it. Of course, that was the first consideration. Yung studies of my 4 children. Yan, okay. So, eksakto naman na 2015, my panganay was graduating from high school. And my second born was graduating grade 8. May term sila sa Ateneo nun eh. And then my 2 kids were starting to have their education.
Okay.
Grade 1 yung isa from sa kinder. So perfect yung timing. And the area that I've transferred to, ang daming schools. So you have Xavier, you have Miriam, you have De La Salle, and Saints ko, and so on and so forth. So tempo na it was a strategic yung pag-move na yun, yung exodus na yun.
Kasi 'di ba, yun yung pangunahan ko na ulit yung natin, 'di ba? Pero yun yung considerations. First is work, your work.
Yeah.
Kids education, which Filipinos really put a primer on, di ba? Tapos, the conveniences. And then again, that time, facilities were already there in New Valley.
Correct.
In Santa Rosa, no?
Yes. And most of it were there already. But knowing how this developer, Ayala Land, may foresight sila in doing this, everything felt easy. Tapos may upcoming highways, skyways, and additional infrastructure at may mga parating pa. So I was confident na hindi ako maging stuck in an island. Yan. Yun ang nangyari.
Kaya from being a northerner, north of Manila, you're now a southerner. Wow.
Yes. All my life, I was in the north. Quezon City ako talaga. And then, yung south yan, malayo sa akin dati yan.
Paano yan, Mike? Di ba, meron yung yung sinasabi nila na kapag ganun daw, kapag nasa south ka na, pag may kausap kang taga Quezon City, ano meeting place nyo?
Good question.
Area?
Prior to the
Pasig ba yan? Makati ba yan? Manila ba yan?
Prior to the Skyway extension, Away pa rin yan. Kung which is the middle part, which is the
Exactly.
from northerners point of view ko dati. Tayo, San Juan or Pasig o ganyan, no. Pero yung mga taga Alabang or yung mga taga New Valley, ano yan? Sa Magallanes yan. Oo. But now it's just correct. Ngayon, hindi na masyadong issue dahil because of the Skyway Connector Road. It's really fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right. Well, maraming salamat to our government for working the Skyways. I think it's a host of different administrations. So, mabuhay kayo. But let's take a step back, Mike, no?
Sige.
Nauna na tayo eh. Pero ano ba yung what is the exodus to the suburbs? Ano yung history nan? I wanna understand it from your perspective kasi ikaw yung pro doon. Can we bring out the slide, please?
Sige.
Ayan.
Yeah. Suburban living in Metro Manila. Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
The exodus to the suburbs. Let's first define what definition is suburb dahil it is not very common to the Filipinos, to the Philippines. Sa States, they use that all the time. Sa atin, it's sort of suburbs talaga, no? Well, the general definition is that suburbs, it's an outlying district or place of a city, outlying, just outside. Yan ang suburbs. Okay? So, let's connect it to the definition of suburbanization. It's a population shift from the central urban areas into suburbs nga. Yan, yung mga areas resulting in the formation of the urban sprawl. So parang tumatapon yung urban yan. Urban areas, expansion of the urban areas. Ang reason yan, pero we won't go into that. It's a complex set of interrelated socio-economic, even political, cultural forces. Yun. So madaming factors yan na from again to a central area, umuusog ang mga tao. Yan. So may mga exodus, merong may movement towards the side peripheries of the city.
Which is to our benefit because like what you said in your slide, nadi-decongest yung Metro Manila, di ba?
Correct. Yun. Sige, next slide tayo. Yan, what is suburban? Sige, next slide tayo. Next slide. We've discussed that. Sige. So, my contention is that this exodus has been happening ever since before. Yan. So matagal na to, hindi lang ngayon tong exodus na nangyayari sa atin, no. We just have the definition, we just see it we just see it now, no. So let's go back to that slide, no. 2 slides back. Yan. Merong quote doon na sige, forward please. Yan. A suburb is an attempt to get out of reach of the city without having the city to be out of reach. Hindi ako nagsabi niyan. So, pero maganda lang pakinggan. Kaya, di ba? Yung not too far, but just try to get away from the pollution, the crowded area. Yan. Sige. So that's my contention, no? Sige, next slide, no? The spirit of suburbanization, yung history niya, no? We can easily we can take a look at Intramuros, no? Intramuros 1500s to 1600s yan. Hindi pa tayo pinapanak niyan, King. Di ba?
Next.
Intramuros, ibig sabihin ng Intramuros is within the walls. Yan, within the walls. Familiar tayo sa Intramuros, di ba? Sa walled city. Okay? Hindi ko alam ang hindi ko alam or I just discovered through my research, kung may Intramuros, may Extramuros. It's the Latin word for outside the walls. Yan, napag-aralan ko stock knowledge. Joke lang, no? So, outside the walls yan, yung Extramuros. Anything beyond the Intramuros is Extramuros, such as
and that's the suburb, yung Extramuros.
Suburb na yan, or the spirit of suburbanization na yan, di ba? The elite naka-rule sila sa Intramuros. Syempre ang tao just outside because the commerce is happening inside, or the powers that be, the friars, the governor generals, andyan sa sa Intramuros sa loob. So outlying districts, yan ang suburbanization, the spirit of suburbanization before.
Yeah.
Yun yung nagsimula niyan, di ba? We will know that sa Extramuros, andyan si Malate. Yung Malate area, it is said that the kings or yung mga high chiefs residents after losing their fort, dati nasa loob sila eh. So when the Spanish came, doon na sila sa Malate. Yan. Diba? Tapos we have Binondo naman. Binondo where the Chinese traders lived and did commerce. Yon. So it's still outside Intramuros. Yung Binondo na yan, precursor to Escolta. Escolta is the Makati of before. We'll go to that later. No?
Right.
And another suburban area is Tondo, where the working class lived. Yun. So all in reference to Intramuros, Extramuros. Yun.
So even before, working class na talaga yung Tondo.
Yes. And up to now, siya, di ba? Populated talaga na the workers are there.
Yeah.
Diba?
Right.
Tapos to extend it further, no, during the American time, 1900s, wala pa rin tayo niyan, King. Wala pa, no? Puro research pa lang to. The urban planners envisioned the development of Malate as the newest and trendiest exclusive residential area for American families. Yun. And some mestizo families, Spanish mestizo families, may apartments and bungalows. So, yun yung Malate. Kaya there's still I think apartments there na mga natira na reflected on even when the war broke out, may mga nasira, ni-rebuild nila yan eh. Yun. So 1900s na yan. So maanda na tayo. 1930s. Okay? Doña Magdalena Hemadi developed a hacienda. Yan, yung mga friar lands na yan into the outskirts of San Juan into large-scale subdivision. Magdalena Estate yan.
So yung pala yung pala Hemadi na nandun sa no?
It's a Lebanese national siya. Yes.
Can we have so that slide? Is do we have a slide for that?
I don't know if that's there. Sige, paki-forward na lang, no?
There, can you click next?
Yan, sige. Stop muna tayo, patras na.
Back.
Sobra na. Well, anyway, noong 1930s nga, that's the Magdalena Estate, no? That is the New Manila.
Yan. Exacto.
If there was an old Manila, nagkaroon ng New Manila. So, umuusog na dahan-dahan. Yan.
So, back in 1950s, meron ng coin term na New Manila?
1930s nagsimula si Doña Magdalena Hemadi to develop that that Magdalena Estate. So, ang lumipat dyan, mga prominent people because the cuts were like yung mga corner lots, no? It's still there, no? 2,000 square meters. Tapos yung mga inner
yung term na New Manila, was it already used back then or hindi pa?
It slowly evolved because andun na yung mga prominent people umuusog na eh. So may Manila nga, the reference is New Manila. So ang cut nga niya, 1,000 square meters. So madaming dyan, politicians, presidents, senators, and na tumira dyan na. Okay, 1930s to 1950s yan. Kung mapapattern mo yung mga streets nila, di ba? May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th Avenue. Ginaya sa New York yan, sa Manhattan. My research evolved.
US pa kasi to? US occupation pa to.
Yes.
American
mga planners yan, mga planners. Yun. So, nag-overlap yan, 1940s, Ayala Land, no? Well, hindi pa sila Ayala Land doon. May old company sila, no, na pangalan, no? Ayala developed a 25-year master plan for their Makati estate, which was a former swampland. Yun. So, umuusog na yan, ha? Sa New Manila ka na-visualize natin, to Ayala developing this Makati estate nila na prior land din natin. Yeah. So they developed meron 25-year master plan. Forbes Park was born, Dasmariñas Village, Bel Air, San Lorenzo, Urdaneta. And yung Makati CBD, that was an airport before, 'di ba? May Nielsen Tower restaurant ngayon na still yung tower niya is still there. Ano
Yeah.
yan? Airport dati, yung Ayala Avenue yata or Paseo, something like that, no? And then the Bel Air people, mga pilots yan na binigyan ng discount, no? For transferring there. Yun. So yun ang ni Ayala, no? So, nagkaroon siya ng BGC, small airs, nagkaroon ng mga buildings sa dahan-dahan. Nagkaroon ng shift yung major commerce area from Escolta, slowly 1950s, 60s, 70s to Makati. So yun ang sort of recognized na central business district. Yan yung city na talaga na tinatawag, no. Although madami kasing madaming back issues, madaming back factors. For example, the capital was in Manila. They changed it for a while to Quezon City. So medyo talaga, ano ba ang city center? Yun ang mga but for the sake of our discussion, saan yung CBD? Yun na lang, saan ang CBD niyan? So yun ang Makati, yun yung But simultaneously din, 1970s, 80s, Ortigas was also developing its own version of a CBD, Ortigas area. Yan. Tapos may mga villages na yan, Valle Verde, Green Hills, and so on and so forth. Yan. Almost simultaneous yan, nag-ano yan. May mga overlaps yan. And the same time also,
1980s ba yun? Yung
as early as 70s. Baka late 60s, 70s. No? Basta almost simultaneous yan na at that time, malayo lahat yan from where everybody was used to knowing that yung Manila, yun yung malayo na yan.
So during that time, suburbs na yung sinasabi natin, Forbes, yung Dasma, yung Green Hills na yan.
In fact, Ayala Land had a difficult time in inviting people to transfer there. Dahil nga malayo na yan, malayo. Yung term na yon, malayo yan. But now we know that sa Forbes, one property right now on M-Plot is 500 million pesos ba? Ang isang lote doon ngayon. Sa Dasma naman, ang entry level mas 300 million per property. But at that time, layo niyan. Too far. We don't want to go there.
Sabi mo they were even giving discounts back then, di ba? Just to decongest Manila.
Yung sa Bel Air, may mga may mga anecdotes on how they negotiated the discounts. Yan.
Sige.
So as this was going 60s, 70s, 80s, yung meron rin mga eastern corridors. For example, yung sa Marcos Highway. Yan, may mga villages diyan until Antipolo slowly gumagawa rin. It's a sprawl nga urban sprawl, tumatapon sprawling Yan, I'm just mentioning yung mga prominent ones, no. Yung as benchmarks, no. Yon. So Northern Corridor meron din yan. Yung Commonwealth Avenue, yung Project 6 na yan, Project 8, may mga small developers naman who are doing their own little subdivision development. We transferred to Sanville, no. That's part of malapit to Project 6 yan. 1975. So isang family, they have a tract meron silang land doon, develop subdivision there. Although it's not gated. Yun.
Mike, yun yung mga kinikwentong talahib pa yung Visaya sabi niyo, no?
Correct. May mga
so, experience yun growing up?
Kwento lang actually, medyo millennial tayo No, biro lang. Hindi, nakita ko talaga, nakita ko yung mga baka, parang grazing land yan. Grazing land.
Dun sa mga nanonood na bata-bata pa, ayan, balikan natin yung history, no? And know that we came from there before it was developed. Sige, what's next?
These are important things, no? In trivia, it's not just for the storytelling. Just to see a pattern in it, no? Kung saan yung mga next moves niyan in terms of in terms of the suburbanization. It is a tip for, you're correct, King, no? For young ones who can check ano ba yung mga susunod na magmamahal pa in terms of value. Yan. That's why we're saying that dati ganito lang yan. So look at this. We'll go to that later, mga tips in terms of how to probably purchase your future future property by learning yung patterns ng suburbanization. Yeah.
Sige, Mike, we will continue with not just the storytelling, but guys, teaching you how to forecast. Kasi ito, tinitrend to di ba? Trending of what you see will be developed so that you can hedge on it, you can invest on it for the future. And sabi mo nga, Mike, yung mga millennials ngayon, they're really looking for those na they don't have to use their hands so much, but they're using the brain to invest their money in. So yan, ipagpapatuloy po natin yan as we continue with our discussion about exodus to the suburbs with Realtor Mike. So we'll be back, so stand on to your seat. Hey, you guys are watching Realty Realities. A good hot Saturday afternoon to everybody. We're talking to Realtor Mike, who specializes on exodus to the suburbs. Yung mga properties that's outside of Metro Manila, like your New Valley ngayon, but we'll continue on later. But before that, we would like to thank our sponsor, that's Robinson's Land Corporation. Lalo na yung mga magagandang offices of Robinson's offices. So thank you very much. Also, if you would like to post your listings, or if you would like to look for listings, properties to buy, properties to sell, you can log on to our media partners website. That's www.space4mybiz.com. All right, guys, that the new channel, this channel that you're watching, hindi lang Realty Realities ang nandito. We have a host of different online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our different shows. Ang dami nan. As you see on our screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24/7 online channel that features Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Please watch Realty Realities on TNC every Saturdays. That's 4 p.m. You can also watch the replays of our shows. That's hashtag TNC Now. Or you can also check our Facebook page. That's the new channel, as well as Realty Realities on TNC. Follow us on IG. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just search hashtag TNC Now. And more especially, it's the second year of our Global Women Who Rule 2022. It's streaming soon. No? Global Women Rule, or GWWR, is a special online summit in celebration of Filipino women during this month, which is the International Women's Month. Global Women Who Rule is profiling featuring 22 empowered Filipino women leaders. Filipinas from different walks of life and all around the world will be shown live on 26 March. It's also Saturday from 1 to 7 p.m. exclusively here on the new channel. Watch, be inspired, and be a part of an ever-growing women community that promotes positivity. Okay, let's bring back our guest for this afternoon, Realtor Mike.
Hello, still here. Kumusta?
Yan. Nag-check ako, kala ko marami pa tayong slides. So, can we bring back the slide so that we continue on with our history lesson on suburbanization of Metro Manila? Carry on, Mike.
Yan. Sige. So 1980 na tayo, no? So the most it was developed late 70s, no, until the early 1980s, no. The most prominent and successful development of one of the most successful developments of Ayala was Ayala Alabang. Yan. So yan ang suburbs talaga, parang medyo luminaw na diyan. Basing it from where Makati is, suburbs na talaga yan. Yan yung suburbs na we can actually say na suburb talaga.
Kasi malayo na talaga siya, no? Kung baga
malayo relative to Makati.
Yeah.
So ano yan? So vast tract of land by the Madrigals na when it was being developed, sinasabi ng mga tao na kung layo diyan, walang titira diyan. Ano yan? Animal husbandry area ng government nung araw. Diyan yung jail national penitentiary.
Malapit sa
Mandaluyong property. But Ayala again weaved its magic. Yan. So the rest is history. Now Ayala Alabang is doing 150,000 to 170,000 pesos per square meter, and it's going up. You
Mike, would you know looking back how much it was, how much property prices were back then in the 80s?
Less than 1,000 pesos. Yun. Ang one thing for sure, no? One thing for sure, yung country club dyan, it was 90,000 or 100,000 per share. Now it's 2 million plus, I think. Yeah.
Less than 1,000 pesos way back in 1980s. Magkano ngayon, sabi mo? 200,000 per square meter?
150 to 175,000 pesos per square meter, no? And it's going up, and there's so much demand because maganda nga, madaming tumitira na. Well, ngayon puro AAA. There are builders there who build and sell houses 150 million to 220 million pesos one property.
Nice.
And it's selling. Yun. So what was critic before or commented before na ang layo niyan, walang bibili niyan. So nakikita niyo na yung trend, ha? Basta sinabing gano'n, layo, walang pupunta diyan. So I think again, yung mga people who have benefited from Forbes, Dasma, yung sila rin nagbibilian diyan na.
Pero merong mechanics, Mike, kasi hindi naman pwedeng lahat ng sinabi na malayo yan, 'di ba? Merong certain factors that you have to watch out for. And
Yes.
ano yung mga, sige, just to, ano yung mga basic, basic pa. Yun yata, meron ka sa slides mo.
That's a very intelligent question, no? King. Well, tips on choosing, no? It's the track record, obviously. Track record of the developer. So titingnan mo yung mga dinevelop nila and how much was it selling for before and how much is it selling now. So based on the track record, especially the value appreciation and the feedback from the residents themselves, who either enjoy living there or have profited from buying and selling from that area. So yung pinaka-importante for me, it's the track record. Para malaman mo na kung
Tapos public, I think you've also listed there public transport. I think it's the convenience, no, to getting to public transport.
Hindi ko na pala ginagamit yung slide ko. No? Common complaints of suburban living. Too far. Yan, malayo. Public transport is harder to access. No? So, merong mga plans dyan yung mga developers. Either initially, they have shuttles, or second, meron talagang public, in coordination with the local government units. They're talking about, a jeepney route or whatever. No? Inside Ayala Labang, there are shuttles inside going in and out. No? So naka-plan yan, naka-master plan yan. The developer, a good developer knows, the basic needs of the yung mga potential people who will stay there. Not only the immediate members of the family, including the household help, the drivers, and other service providers, no.
Hindi, tsaka Mike, siguro din kung ano yung positioning mo doon sa development mo, 'di ba? If it's like Dayal Alabang, then obviously baka nga hindi nila inisip kung may public transport kasi lahat naman ng bibili sa kanila doon may kotse, ganun ba?
Could be, but ano rin yan, may support rin, may support. We still need the public transport. Although you have a very good point there, no.
There are commercial. Sige. On the upside, ito kasi no? These are the complaints eh. But on the upside, I'm not sure if that's gonna be the next slide for you. Ayan, tama nga.
Parang binasa mo yung ni-review mo yata King yung slides. Anyway.
Pareho lang tayo mag-isip. Mike.
Salamat. Thank you. So, immediate benefits of suburban living, it's more affordable purchase or rental of real estate vis-a-vis in comparison to yung sa city center. For example, pa-plug ko na New Valley, no? They're selling secondary market 28,000 pesos per square meter to 35,000 pesos per square meter. Compare that to Ayala Labang, 150,000 to 275. Compare that to Makati, na 300,000 pesos per square meter, 350,000, di ba? Mas affordable definitely. Okay? And then you get more affordable cost of living. Medyo probinsya nga probinsya. Di ba? So mas mura ang pamilihin diyan and other cost of living, self-explanatory, no. Then ang very beneficial, very very obvious is there's more space. Hindi ka nakikipagsiksikan and cleaner air. And this was emphasized during the pandemic. Yan. So mas na siya. Mas na emphasize yung value niyan dahil during the pandemic na I was comparing yung village namin versus where my parents live, no. They're still living in Philam, Quezon City, across Vertis North, no. There was a time they can't even go out of their houses. Bawal pa. Bawal lumabas dahil baka makatch mo yung virus and so forth and so on and so forth. Dito, since marami pang space, we're free to go out and walk around. And talaga, it was obvious na na ang laki ng difference.
Yep.
Laki ng difference.
This was very much affirmed by yung mga former guests natin in the zone, mga CBRE, si Jojo Salas, who said that talagang merong diaspora of moving out to the suburbans.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically mga horizontal developments because of the pandemic. Nung
Correct.
umpisa pa lang talagang naghanap na kaagad ng properties to live in the suburbs. Pero Mike, alam mo yung discussion natin nung isang araw, sabi natin dependent pa rin siya din doon sa accessibility. 'Di ba? Nowadays, kahit na may kotse na karamihan ng tao, accessibility. And then yung internet.
Yes. Correct. Oh, they say nga 'di ba? Wi-Fi is life. Yan. So what's good about New Valley is may fiber na may fiber dito, and some villages even have their PLDT, they have a simultaneous globe, and one more provider I forget the name pero small players in the but simultaneously I have a client who has one globe na 500 Mbps and one PLDT 500 Mbps. Dalawa lang sila gumagamit na yung son niya gamer, siya naman medyo ma-research. Pinakita niya sa akin yung really unbelievable. Yung
So
with the
talagang
onset of
part
of
sa
work from
decision
home
making
and
part sa decision making ng mga ng mga buyers kung sino yung internet providers, no?
Definitely. It's yan, your development can rise or fall in the presence or absence of an internet connection. Yeah. So it's a must these days. Sobrang yan. Sobrang requirement ngayon yan.
Kasi lalo na yung mga hardcore viewers ng Realty Realities. Pag naghanap ng property yan, di ba? Walang magandang internet dito. Paano namin mapapanood yung show ni King Gonzalez na yung paano namin maririnig si kasama dyan, Mike, alam mo ko sino? Alam mo kasama doon? Si Miss Nora Nanyo. Maraming salamat, Miss Nora, who's always watching us, and kaya ang daming learnings ni Miss Nora because she watches the show. Mike, okay. I think ito yung ito yung final question. Hindi naman final. We're not closing the show yet. Pero top question. Ikaw ang specialista dyan sa moving suburbs. Tapos, yung sabi natin, yung isang dahilan kung bakit bumibili din ng suburbs, kasi gusto mo yung appreciation so that in the future, either your kids o baka nga mga apo na diba? Kitain kung ano man yung binili mo. Alright? Alin? Pare, may ipit kita dito, no? But it's good to mention, the show is free to mention any of the brands. Ano yung nakikita mong the next, sabi mo, Ayala Alabang from 1,000 pesos to 150 to 175,000 pesos per square meter. Ano yung mga next na yun?
Ano mga next, no? Thank you for setting up the question, King. Well, it's an obvious answer, no, where I specialize in, and it's indisputable. No? It's New Valley. It's the next big thing. In fact, it's the big thing, no, now because of the roads, road networks, the schools. They have so much confidence in the schools. I mean, the school admins of many schools. Diba? Inside New Valley, may mention, it's Miriam College, Everest International Academy, Xavier School. Just outside, merong Saint Scholastica near West Grove yan.
Yeah.
You have De La Salle. De La Salle here is part of De La Salle Manila na siya. De La Salle Manila Laguna campus. And they're massively doing many buildings there right now. Yung robotics nila, yung game development nila. dito na sa campus dito. And you have Brent International School, to those who can afford and those who want an international school. And I think dun sa going up to Tagaytay na Chiang Kai-shek yata is ano no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
UE also. UST is medyo ginagawa na yung UST here.
Mike,
boss
on the spot question, may nag-text eh. Sabi, Mike, baka pwede mo naman i-share nung nag-move in ka dyan, kahit range lang, magkano per square meter noon, nung 2015, tapos magkano na sa ngayon, after 7 years?
Yes. Well, I bought mine for...
sige, go ahead.
Wag naman masyadong eksakto yung per square meter. I live in an Alveo community. Maliit lang naman, 200 plus square meters. No?
Yeah.
Hindi na eksakto. Ballpark figure.
Yeah, ballpark.
So, 14,500 pesos and 75 centavos per square meter. Yun, medyo eksakto naman. Nagbibiro lang ako. Yun. So, it's more, it's doubled and I feel it's going to increase.
So way back it was 14.
Yes, 14,500.
It has doubled now. It's now around 28,000 per square meter.
Correct. And I have a small corner lot, so it could be 32,000 pesos per square meter. But ano nga yan ang projections diyan ng mga brokers dito, especially the veterans, no. If Ayala Alabang is doing 150 to 175,000 pesos per square meter, New Valley must do at least half of that. Half lang dapat ang niyan. Because it may be a bit farther, but in terms of road networks, development planning, this is a better plan siya than Ayala Alabang. Because Ayala, he learns from the company learns from its mistakes and it improves. Yeah. So it's a better proposition, not to demean Ayala Alabang. Ayala Alabang beautiful. But I have many Ayala Alabang clients na bumili na dito because whether land banking or dito mag-retire or whatever, going back to sa valuation at least half. So I think that the 30,000 to 40,000 pesos per square meter here undervalued pa siya. And it will only go up as the trend as the track record shows of that developer. Yon. So when is the best time to buy real estate? It was yesterday. But it's not yet too late. You can buy now and enjoy it in the future. Yan,
how do they reach you? Ako na-touch yung curiosity ko, Mike, and I'm sure some of our viewers also. How do they contact you?
Well, with this modern day and age, just Google Realtor Mike Tan of New Valley. Yan. I'd be Realtor Mike Tan. Okay. Look at the videos yan. Mostly ako yan or New Valley Realtor. I'll be the one who will pop up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm from Quezon City. Parang hindi pa south yun nasa sa isip ko. Kung north naman ang pag-uusapan, 'di ba? North suburbs. What's the next big thing?
Well, ang undeveloped ng Ayala pa rin I'd still go to Ayala. Why? Because of their track record nga. It's Alviera. Alviera in Pampanga, Porac, Pampanga. What's going in what is it What's it in it for those people who will buy Alviera? The airport is there, Clark. It's 5-10 minutes away. May Miriam School din sila doon. Esitex is there, the corridor. The Bulacan Airport is siguro baka 30-40 minutes away. So they're doing a smaller New Valley of the North. But Alviera yon, Alviera. So they have the Ayala Premier, Avida, and Alveo also there.
Any idea as to how much is it going for per square meter sa Alviera?
I think yung Alviera more or less 30,000 I should check it because I really don't focus there but I can do the checking for you Hindi nagkakalayo naman but it's a promising area also.
Nice. All right, you guys have heard it from Realtor Mike. Diba? If you're looking for investments outside of the densely populated Metro Manila, sabi nga ni Sir Mike, for south you can either go to New Valley. For north you can go to Alviera. So Mike, I'll leave you this chance to to say your final words to our viewers. Baka makakuha pa sila ng... Marami na kami nakuha tips, pero baka meron ka pang gusto itagdag.
Sige, quickly. First, thank you for the opportunity again for having me in this show. No? Quickly lang on the suburbanization. No? It's a dynamic and continuous process. Never ending yan. No? It's a living thing. A suburban area today may be the city center for tomorrow. Yan. Tapos ang trends lang, land banking, the big developers, Ayaland and the others, are land banking in Batangas, Quezon, Bicol, Pampanga, Olongapo, Tarlac. Malayo, think again, di ba? Based on the track record. Yun lang. Let me end with that.
Galing. Tama eh, di ba? That's how it started. The question was malayo. Oh, look at it now. Diba? So, again, we'd like to thank you, Mr. Michael Abesamis. Palakpakan po natin. Or on Facebook, even on YouTube, you can look for Mr. Michael Tan under Realtor Mike Tan. So, maraming salamat, Mike. So that's about the time. Yeah, that's about the time that we have for Exodus to the Suburbs, the Season 3, Episode 3 of Realty Realities. Maraming salamat for streaming live to our show, to our sponsors, Robinson's Land Corporation. I'll see you in the next, siguro pangalawang episode, no? For you guys who are watching next week, it's a special week because we have, in celebration of Women's Month, we have powerful women in real estate. So watch out for the posters as well as the advertisements that will be showing on our Facebook. That's hashtag TNC now or hashtag Realty Realities on TNC. So for now, mabuhay. God bless us all. Kasi gobyernong tapat, angat buhay ang lahat. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike.